Hi, Miss Wetting. So I have some questions to ask you.
Okay.
So one of our questions for you is, how much people do you think should be at a table at lunch?
Well, it's kind of hard this year with all the COVID, so 4 is a good number in terms of spreading people out, but I could see maybe putting a 5th person at a table.
Yes, same. Do you like the seating charts on it?
I definitely see advantages to having seating charts, just so, now with the contact tracing, but it's also nice to know when you come to the cafeteria, you have your space. You don't have to try and be the first one into the cafeteria to get your seat, it's already set.
Okay, and is the school lunch good?
I honestly have never had the school lunch. I've gotten some feedback that some of the items students like and then some of the items students don't like. So I think it's just depending on the day.
Okay, thank you for answering our questions.
You're welcome.
Hayden, would you like the seating arrangements or more people at a table to change from now on?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I'd rather sit with like more people rather than just 4, so I can sit with like 6 or 8 people. Like, I understand COVID's still a thing, but it's starting to die down just a little bit. Vaccines are coming out.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. In my opinion, I wouldn't like 6 people at a table, so do you add an initial 2 people to the table? Like, that means more friends.
If it were me, I would say 7, because 8 might be a bit too much to cram and pack in.
Yes.
But other than that, I think it's starting to die down a bit. Corona is.
Yeah, there. Alright, thank you for the interview.
So, Mr. Wood, I wanted to ask you about a couple of questions about the lunch tables at lunch.
Sounds good.
So, I wanted to ask you, how many people do you think should be at one table?
Are we talking in our COVID times, right?
Yeah, in our COVID times, like say.
I would say we want to follow Lake County's guidelines. We want to maintain that 3 feet distance. It's super tough though, however. You guys all know that, right? Even as adults when we get together. So to answer your question, as long as the table sizes are how they are right now, I like having 4 to a table.
Yeah. Do you think that in the future, like say next trimester, do you think every trimester should people like be able to move seats or like move tables?
So that was our original goal, and I think I said that to every lunch table too, is like our goal is to have you guys be able to switch after a trimester, but as of right now, our instructions are to keep every table as it is from the beginning of the year. But trust me, I am working with people to try to help that change, but for now we have to keep it as the same. But to answer your question, yes, I would love to have it switched.
Yeah. Do you think the lunchroom is COVID safe for like kids like walking around with the garbage can?
That's a good question. It can quickly become unsafe, right?
Yeah.
I think it's COVID safe if everyone does their part. And by everyone, I mean majority of the work on the students. Like, we're trying to do our part with the tables, we remind about keeping that mask on, but you guys know what you gotta do to keep it. And as long as the kids are doing what they gotta do, then it's COVID safe. It's when we have to interject and give those reminders all the time, that's when it becomes a little bit of a hiccup. But however, you guys are doing a great job so far.
Yes. I feel like if 6 people were like sitting at a table, like the tables with like 3 seats on each side.
Oh, the bench tables.
Yeah.
Okay.
If people were to sit there and had like no masks on, I also feel like that'd be not COVID safe for like other kids.
Yeah.
And I want to have more friends at my table, but
Sure.
like, I feel like I like that it's safe. Where like it's spaced out, like there's like one table.
Like little pods almost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the interview.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Hi, Mrs. Kane. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions right now, and can you please answer them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much people do you think should be at a table at lunch?
I think maybe 6 people would be a good number of people sitting together in the lunchroom. I think that would be a better number.
Yeah. And why could there only be 4 people per table right now?
I think the reason why they have 4 per table right now is that the the bigger tables that we have in order to keep more distance between all of them. Because our tables are smaller, that only 4 fit with it being a safer distance, that if they were to have 6, like it would be a little better number. But if there were 6, then there wouldn't be enough room between each of them so that they can eat without their masks on.
Okay. Would you like the seating to change, like every trimester, kids could switch their tables?
I think it would, yeah, it would be a good option to be able to have the option to change every trimester. It might not, right? I think it would be okay for kids to be able to stay in the same spot, but if they wanted to, trimester would be a good idea.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Kane.
You're welcome, Jackson.